Alright, hello everybody, Zaxter99 back here with another first play on launch day, as I like to call them, where I'm playing a new indie game the very day it launches. This one, Astro Flame Starfighter, definitely takes me back to my old school days of, retro arcade action with an on-rail shooter shoot 'em up. And this particular developer looks like an indie developer. I don't know how many developers it is, but probably just one. But he's made a lot of these kind of games over the years. I've never played any of them, but he's made a lot of these similar type games, and none of them have stood out as far as like on-rail shooters. They all have like mixed reviews. This one's brand new. I mean, it definitely looks like there's a lot of good fun entertainment and action and everything like that. But this one doesn't have any reviews, so we're going to be giving this game its first review. It is single player, there's no online player, nothing like that, but there is controller support. And we have Steam achievements, but for the love of God, why would you make a game like this and not have high scores? Why am I playing if I'm not trying to compete against other Steam players? For the love of God, to this developer. I don't know where you're from, probably Russia, but why in the hell would you not put a high score leaderboard on here? Like, so it's already severely lacking. A $10 shooter that looks and plays like this, why would you not have a leaderboard? That's already a disappointment. Games like this, I feel like you should have a score and you should have a leaderboard so you can compete against friends and other people playing your game. Anyway, guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into Astro Flame Starfighter and see what I think of it. And we'll be back to do that right after this. Alright guys, welcome back. We've just launched the game, and this is what we're introduced to. Let's go ahead and turn some of the game sounds down. Hopefully we can turn the sound down, I'm just saying. Yeah, let's turn... At least he doesn't have all the sounds maxed up. Or maxed out. Video... okay. Cool. Move forward. No, we want W S A B. Attack a space. Rocket smash 1. A volley. I don't know. Keep the bomb at R. Drone battle. E. Protection wave. Okay, that's probably fine. Use mouse movement. Yeah. So you can choose a controller or a keyboard and mouse. Okay. So volley is R, bomb is E, battle drone is C. Okay. Let's actually change battle drone to F. R, E, F. Protection wave is T. Okay. A lot of controls there. Let's just try the campaign, I guess. Hanger. Okay, so we don't have any points to use or whatever. I'm assuming that's what this is for. You earn these points. Yeah, you earn these. And you can increase the skills of these different things. Okay, let's go ahead and start. Let's go, boys. Let's tear this shit up. There we go. It's our mothership, I assume. Holy cow. Or about the enemies. No, this is us. Alright. We're getting ready to do some action here, guys. Let's do it. Okay. So like it looks like it tells you what your weapons are over here. Alright, I got homing missiles here, okay. I gotta get under this guy and start doing some damage. I'm already half dead. What the hell? Alright. We're getting him. You want to get him right in the center there where the red area is, it looks like. Alright. Mission complete. Enemies destroyed 94% of them. Okay. I feel like the sound effects are still way too loud. Okay. Let me... I feel like the sound effects are just still way too loud. Okay. Okay. I definitely feel powerful. But then again, this is like the second level too, so. The controls are responsive, especially with the mouse movement here. Don't want to let any enemies get by us. Took a little bit of damage there trying to get right under him. Okay, so there's no sound effects when you pick up a wrench to repair you. Why? Okay. Okay, I get that I dropped the ball there. But like, why is there no sound effects when I pick up things like a wrench that repairs me? Why isn't there like a satisfying, like, I don't know, any kind of a repair sound effect? Like, I don't know, anything. There's no sound at all. Why? This game's not in early access. Like, I create my own indie games myself, but I guarantee you there is a sound effect, especially for big events like repairing yourself or healing. You definitely need a healing sound effect for repairing your ship. There's also... Yeah, I'm hearing sound effects when I blow some of these up. I felt like I didn't have a sound effect for one of those ships I blew up. Whoa. Okay. There's also no real satisfying sound effects when... I'm not really hearing the sound effect when I pick up these green clinks. I feel like that needs to be kind of a clink sound. Every time I pick up one of those and it hits my ship, I feel like there needs to be a clink, 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 clink sound. That would be so much more satisfying picking up those green orbs, right? To hear when they actually hit your ship, not when they spawn. Like, I feel like there's a sound effect when they spawn into the screen, but there's not a sound effect when they actually, when I absorb them into my ship. There's no, like, satisfying clink sound or something. And I feel like it needs that. The game is definitely missing some sound effects, and sound effects go a long way. I've said this many, many, many times over my years of reviewing indie games. So the graphics are nice. The graphics are really well done in this game. I feel like there's not enough sound effects of the explosions of the enemy ships. I feel like some of them, like for there I killed like 5 enemy ships and I only heard like 1 explosion. Yeah, see, there's no satisfying sound effects when I pick up the green orbs. This guy has made several of these games, and I feel like he's just dropping the ball here. He's got the graphics down fine. But, like right here, when I pick this up, look at my health. It heals me all the way up, but I heard nothing, no satisfying healing sound effect. Picks up something. I almost died again, but I picked up you know how much more satisfying that would be to when I picked up a branch to hear a nice healing sound effect? I'm also not hearing any kind of sound effect when I actually do damage to this mothership. You hear nothing. I don't know how you create as many games as this indie developer has created, and you're just dropping the ball to this degree on these sound effects. Yeah, so we heard nothing when I picked up all those things. I should have heard a nice, satisfying click, 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 you know, all at once. Obviously, we can't go to. We did go to 2. Why was it red? I think making a game like this might be one of my first goals, is to make a good game like this, and as my Unreal Engine game, my first Unreal Engine game, is be something like this. That just looks stupid. Me dying just looked absolutely dumb. Guys, this game is dropping the ball on so many levels. Necessary sound effects aren't here. There's no real good indication of when I take damage, so sometimes I'll look up and I'll see that I'm at full health when I feel like I should have taken damage, or I feel like I did take damage. Other times I look up and I'll have taken 90% damage, I'll have 10% of my health left, and I don't know why or how, because there's no probably sound effects and impact visuals. So there's no kinds of visuals of like my ship turning red or flashing red or anything like that, like when I take damage. And for a developer that this is like his, I don't know, 5th or 6th space game just like this, he's got the controls fine. Everything, the graphics are definitely well done, but he's just missing these like fundamentals of what you need to make a game fun. And, you know, necessary fundamentals of game design. It's just missing here. The graphics, I can see the game being at $10, but because it's missing so many fundamental things, like sound effects and like you getting notifications of it's maybe the screen turning red or your ship turning red or something like that when you take damage, these are fundamental game design things. And this game is just missing all the necessary fundamentals that could make a game like this fun. And we're not even talking... To see how I barely even hit that thing and I just blow up and there was no satisfying, like, death to me. It just a screen flashed and I'm gone. Really, really lame. And we're not even... I can't even begin to imagine how badly this developer has dropped the ball on game balance when he can't even get necessary fundamentals down. This is things that I take pride in when I make my own games, is fundamentals. Then you go in and you do the balancing. You know, you balance stuff out so that the game's not too hard, so the game's not too easy, things like that. But necessary sound effects are missing. Indicators for when you take damage are missing. There's also no really satisfying... it's not satisfying even to kill a boss. Like, I feel like when you kill a big boss or whatever, maybe the screen should shake, but there should be maybe some kind of a musical tone playing. You know, some kind of a ta-da-da or something like that. Anything. to kind of give you that feeling like, hell yeah, I just, I killed the boss or whatever. Uh, and then this is just basic killing stuff flying all over the screen. I don't feel like there's any kind of a goal here. Like, what am I doing this for, right? So, this developer, this game, the graphics show a game worthy of a $10 price tag. But the game design, the game fundamentals, the lack of any kind of a story or a reason for what I'm doing, why I'm doing, are just completely missing. This right here is a fucking mess. I have no idea what the hell this is. Like, what am I looking at here? Right? Um, I mean, I have 1,073 things I picked up, so I can increase things like this. But see right there, that was a good sound effect for raising that up, right? But it's just a poorly designed game, guys. Yeah, and like I'm not happy at all with. I thought this game would be better looking at it on the Steam page, right? So when I look at the Steam page here, you look at this game and you look at the trailer and you're like, wow, this game's going to, you know, you look at the gameplay, stuff like that. You're like, wow, this game's going to be really, really, really fun. And it's just not. And that's because the developer just, I feel like he has no, he has no idea of essential game design mechanics and game design sound effects that need to be in the game. And when you look at this developer, like I say, he has a lot of followers. And he has a lot of games like this. He has Sky of Destruction. He has IAI. He has... That's not one. He has Aircraft Evolution. And he has... So this is his 5th game just like this. And he's still just missing the mark by not even a mile. He's missing the mark by like 1,000 miles on essential and necessary game design mechanics and fundamentals. So this is I don't even know if this is like an effort is obvious, because I feel like he just has a bunch of assets, and I don't know, for $10. I don't know that it's a miss, but it's pretty bad. If I had to score this game, guys, I would give it like a 3.5 out of 10. So if I look at all my series or whatever, we're gonna have a series I haven't done in a while, but this is like a I don't know what series it'll be, but you'll know it if you watch this video on my Steam page. But this is like a bad game. It's not as bad. It's not so bad that it makes one of the worst games I've ever played. It's definitely not a miss, but at a 3.5 out of 10 and a $10 price tag, this is far, far, far from being recommended. It's certainly something that I'm not going to keep. Mr. Sator Entertainment, you need to maybe go to courses and take some courses on basic game design fundamentals before you make your next game. I mean, why continue to make these space shooter games that just feel like boring, lame, not fun to play games? They look good on your store page, right? But when you play them, it just feels like blah. And that's not the feeling you want your customers to have when they purchase one of your games. So hopefully whoever this is will take this video. I know it's harsh, but hopefully you'll take it and learn some basic game design fundamentals so your next game is better, or so you can improve this one or whatever. Because you have a nice foundation, I'll give you that, but it's just not fun to play, and it's just because you're missing so much basic and necessary stuff. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.